Yes.
No regrets whatsoever?
Not at all.
Wouldn't you want to cross to my path?
I would not manage.
Well, next to Belinda, I'm having Sharifa Musime. You're most welcome, the CEO of Zimba Women. How have you been?
Thank you, Sandra. I've been well. We've been really busy. Like you said, we had a launch on 27th for the High Innovator program that we are running as Zimba Women. And yeah, calling out on all women, the call is still open. If you have a business and you need support from business development services to financial support, we are here to take you through that journey and get you funding.
You tell us more how it feels to be in that seat, you know. You know, we have dreams at every stage in life. You're like, I need to be this, I think I can be like the other person. You look at role models and you want to take their path as well. And I'm sure everyone out there wants to be given that title, the CEO, the managing director, to be in such a position. Rita, you're most welcome to the program. Good to have you once again. How have you been?
Thank you so much, Sandra, and I'm really excited to be back. I have been well. We have been having a lot of work and something that I personally enjoy doing. And like you've talked about the launch, it was a very successful one and we really enjoyed it greatly. We keep on calling upon ladies out there, women out there, and men that are doing a great work of impacting the lives of women through employing many of them as their majority employees to please come in and apply for the High Innovator, because it will not only give you the $20,000 US, but it goes an extra mile to enhance your productivity and the productivity of your business. Yeah.
Well, I'll get back to Belinda once again. I love the bit you talked about finding a point where we have to marry ICT and health.
Yes.
How have you incorporated ICT in your day-to-day work, in your space, the health space?
Okay, so with ICT, we are able to access a wealth of knowledge online and be able to empower ourselves with that knowledge. Yeah, so for women that are out there and may not have access to maybe go to the health facility, be able to educate yourself online. For example, how do I maintain a healthy lifestyle? Yeah, those are things that you don't go to the hospital to find out. Most times when you go to the hospital, you're going to treat an illness. Yeah, but if you have information online, you're able to equip yourself and know that, okay, so I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do this, I should do this instead. Yeah.
Okay, you're in health.
Yes.
And you're part of the Zimba Women.
Yes, we are.
It's a beautiful, it's a beautiful society to be in.
Yes.
How do you find being around those women? They're into different ventures.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're into health.
Yes.
How have they helped you? How have they equipped you in your space?
Okay. I think we are the ones that do the helping, but of course we learn from them a lot.
So it's the other way around.
We learn from them a lot. So we encounter women in different spaces, different businesses. We have women in agriculture, women that are doing fashion and design, women that are doing soap businesses, and these are women that we actually get to learn from, because you see that this woman has put together the small resources that she has and she's doing something so that she can empower herself, stand with her family and be able to survive. Yeah, so we learn from them and we know that, okay, so you should not limit yourself. Now for us who have that knowledge, yeah, and maybe have some access to resources, we should do better. Yeah, but also to see that we can impact them and give them more knowledge to add on to what they have, and then to see their businesses grow. I think that's the biggest joy that it gives me.
I was waiting to hear that you have some women who are in media. They are part of it.
They are most welcome to join us. Yes. Yeah.
Sisters.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get back to you, Sharifa. How does it feel to be in your seat? Is it tough?
It is.
Because everyone has to fit in such shoes.
It's actually tough.
Try
because,
new challenges.
As CEO, you are chief everything officer, actually. That's what I call it, not chief executive officer. I'm a computer engineer by training. So I run mainly the tech side of the business, but you end up doing everything from accounting to marketing to even sweeping the office. If the office is dirty, you're the chief everything officer. You do everything before you delegate to someone who is...
From the front
you,
to the
you
back
fire
door.
yourself out of a role. You say, okay, now the company has grown too big, I can no longer do the finances. You hire someone for finance, like that. Yes.
You fire yourself.
Yes,
but
from
no
that
one,
role.
No one will walk up to you and like, you know, this you didn't do right.
No, the business will tell you that you're not doing something right. You don't need anyone to inform you, and that's the beauty or the bad thing about being an entrepreneur as opposed to an employee. Before you know the business is failing before anyone tells you. Yeah.
Okay, and not forgetting at the start of this month, we're celebrating Labor Day.
Yes.
And creating a safe environment for all the employees out there.
Yes.
What is your take, or what are your thoughts when it comes to labor itself, since you've seen various women doing different things, many walking into your offices? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts in labor, at the moment, Uganda has one of the highest unemployment rates on the continent, which is really sad, because we have the highest unemployment rates, yet we have the youngest population. So it's actually sad that we have young people who have nothing to do, or who are doing something, what they call underemployment, who are not fully utilizing their energy, their skills, which is really sad, and especially that majority of those are women. And these need safe, productive, something that utilizes your mental capacity, because we are no longer in the old times where you had to show your muscle, your energy. Right now we're in the information age where it's about your brains, the capacity of your intellect. And so my thoughts around that is that there's a lot of policy lacking, but the government has tried to do a lot. There's child skilling programs. There's PDM, which we were just talking about, to really make sure that people are gainfully employed, doing something that brings value out of their labor. Yeah. Okay,
I'll move to you, Rita. There's so many women that you deal with, much as you're an activist when it comes to children, but I know you embrace the women out there who are doing different things, the startups especially. How has the journey been like for you, meeting those different people, doing different things, and they need all the support? I know women sometimes they get into the sympathy seat, very vulnerable, they want attention. Tell us how the journey has been for you at Zimba Women.
Thank you so much for that. I'll start with my passion for women, because we realize that having a safe world, a safe place for children to thrive starts by having stable families, stable incomes, and economically empowered parents. And you realize that parenting in most cases is left at the mercy of women. So you realize that when women are not empowered, it means we are going to greatly leave these children at the mercy of having to fend for themselves. And this actually is my desire, and the reason as to why I opted to joining Zimba Women, because I believe they have something that impacts the people that I serve. So coming together with them has actually opened up a window of hope, not only for the women that we serve, but also for those that are being left out. So it means that I am trying hand in hand with the entire team to see how best we can have even those categories of people that are left out, like refugee women, like women in upcountry settings, come on board and join in. And that is why we will be having outreaches as far as upcountry, in the refugee camps, just to ensure that these women also are engaged and also their livelihoods are impacted. One thing I would like to say about Zimba is it does not only stop at the high innovator, it goes an extra mile to empowering women realize who they are. Many of the women get up every day, they have something they're doing, but they still call themselves unemployed. So that is what we want to break as Zimba, to ensure that whatever they are starting, wherever level they are on, we are able to impact their lives and make sure they realize that they can take it on from there and make it something beautiful. Thank you.
Amazing. Well, Belinda, you talked about doing lots of things when it comes to ICT, getting all the information on the internet, at least someone to have the basics, to know how they can take care of themselves when it comes to wellness itself. So I'll not talk about the data itself, because someone needs to have the to have that data on, you get it. But I'll get back to the projects that you are preparing for the women out there after the launch. What's your position? How are you going to reach out to them, you as Belinda, when it comes to Zimba women?
Okay. So me as Belinda, I'm going to specifically talk about the Business Academy. So we have the Business Academy as one of the phases of the High Innovator program. And in this Business Academy, the entrepreneurs are equipped with knowledge. How do you write a business plan? Because some of these small businesses, I know I sell this, but I have no plan for my business. After 5 years, I have no idea where it will go. So we equip you with the knowledge of how to create a business plan. And also as a founder, as a leader in this business, how can you lead your team effectively so that you are growing and not just stagnant, because you may have 2 employees and you have, like Sharifa said, you have the need to maybe get someone on board to come and do your accounts so that you stop making losses, but you don't know, you don't realize that you actually have the need. So they equip you with that knowledge to know that what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, how do you exploit your strengths in your business. Yeah, so the Business Academy is really the first step before you get this money. Do you have what it takes to actually run your business and to have it grow? Because you may get the funding and then you don't know the first thing to do with it. So for the Business Academy, it is there to equip you with knowledge, to equip you with the skills that you need as a founder of your business, as the team leader in your business, and yeah, that's what I would say about the
Business Academy.
Yes.
One would think of like maybe there's a lot to study, lots of books. And how long is the duration and the duration of time for the academy? Does it take me a year?
No, please.
To qualify, to be able to tap into that money?
No, it wouldn't take you a year. The Business Academy is a self-paced program. It's online and you pace yourself, but it doesn't involve reading books and stuff. So it is very, very, very practical. So the thing with the Business Academy, we expose you to success stories, people that have been in business, how have they done it, what were the challenges they faced when they were beginning, and how did they improve. So when you see that, okay, so this person who started this business had this same challenge and they put in place these measures to improve, then you can learn from their mistakes so that you don't make the same mistakes again. So it is practical in that these are Ugandan businessmen and women that are sharing their stories, and they have been successful, and you're inspired by that. It is not 5 ways to make it in entrepreneurship, but it is practical. We give you practical examples, how to learn from these people, and then yeah. So as you do these modules, as you learn from these people, there are different. They throw it back into your court that, okay, so what are some of the strengths that you see in your business? Then you write them down according to what you've been understanding. Then they ask you, how can you improve even better? So you also write that down. Before you know it, you have a business plan. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how you do it. You can finish it within even 2 weeks.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. Yeah, and the business is yours, so you know best how to.
At the end of the day, starting, one would think of having an inheritance somewhere, or maybe saving about 5 million.
No, and it's free. It's free.
It's free of charge.
Yeah.
Well, move to you, Sharifa. Your capacity or your position, how are you going to reach out to the women? I know many will come and they're just like me and they're like, I have no business, where do I start from?
So for someone like you, we're not sending anyone away. It's from ideation to people who already have existing businesses. Now from someone, what we call ideation stage, that is, I just have an idea, I've not implemented it. That's what the emphasis there would be for you to go through the academy and work on yourself as an entrepreneur. Are you ready to run a business? Because most cases we say people want to be business owners, they want to be CEOs, but actually you are an employee. It's a very different mindset from an entrepreneur to an employee mindset. So you go through the academy and it shows you that I'm actually ready for this journey. And so I can now start looking for resources. People say you need capital to start a business, but the biggest capital is yourself, the belief in yourself. Because you believe in yourself, and I know people hate motivational speakers and things like that, but it is self-belief that will push you to do certain things. The capital is in you. It is you who will walk to someone to get financing. It is you who will say, okay, with this little 10K that I am starting with, I can say my first business that I started, my baby store, I didn't use a lot of money. I went downtown with 200K, I remember, and bought baby onesies. Because a new outfit, you buy it at 30,000, but that 30,000 downtown Mumuvumba can get you 10 of those, which if you sell, you're going to do a lot of multiples. So you don't have to think very big. Start small. Don't think, okay, I'm going to start with 10,000 birds of chicken and they feel me in this town. No, 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 no. First get 10 and see how you move with those 10. When those 10 work out, they'll grow to 50, 100. So you go through that cycle in the academy. It shows you that this is how to move progressively, and you see other entrepreneurs who have been there as well. Then if you're someone who already has a business that is established, but you want to go to the next level, now you have a need for financing. You say, okay, I'm now a baker, I want a bigger oven. How do they call it? An industry size oven. This one that I'm using at home is no longer working for my cakes. I've now moved to the level I'm doing events. I'm no longer just doing for my friends. Now you go through the academy and go to what we call the accelerator. Now in the accelerator there, now we are really looking deeply into your business. Are you registered as a business? Are you registered with URA? Do you have some employees? Are they paying NSSF and things like that? And then we really look at your business. What do you need? When we give you this 20,000, what is the urgent need for the business? Not you as the entrepreneur. You might be needing a car, but the business needs something else in that 75 million.
At that point, you really want to pay yourself with a car.
Yes. So the program in the accelerator, once you're done with the accelerator, you pitch in front of a panel of established business owners and NSSF and MasterCard, and then they decide that, okay, this person's business needs this money, and this person's business will grow and will employ people, because that is the goal for NSSF and MasterCard, who have dedicated $10 million to this program. They want to create 130,000 jobs for Ugandans, for young Ugandans. Yeah.
Speaking about young, one will be like, do I qualify? I could be above 45. Huh? And they're thinking about it.
No, there is no actually age limit for the entrepreneur. You can even be 70 years old. But because the demographics of Uganda are definitely, by being a business owner, your employees will be young Ugandans. They will be between 18 and 35, because those are the majority people around.
At least there.
Yes. So we are not discriminating.
That sinks better.
Any woman of any age.
That sinks
please
better.
Come.
Oh, Rita, how are you going to reach out to these women that are going to start flooding Zimba women when it comes to this program that you have in store for them?
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra. Given that I'm responsible or in charge of the accelerator, like Sharifa has told you, I will be doing the validation of the businesses to see which documentation is lacking, which documentation do we have. How do we prepare these women to pitch out their businesses out there? So the women will be seeing me more in that field, preparing for the pitching, having the one-on-one sessions on how to pitch. Those that need guidance on how to register, I'll be doing that. And those that need like guidance on maybe how to get their books of accounts in order, how to get their NSSF numbers, how to register to URSB, that falls under my docket. And I'll gladly be there to support. And also I'll be doing more over the empowerment. How? Like most of us have businesses, and not only businesses, most of us have things we love to do, but we do not have the courage, the confidence to sell it out there. So my role is to ensure that whichever person goes through the academy is prepared properly to be able to sell out their business to Outbox, to MasterCard and NSSF. And this, I want to tell all the ladies out there that I do not like touching things and leaving them undone or uncompleted. So whoever crosses over from the academy, we will give it our best to ensure that we take home that money. Others have taken it. Why not us?
Mm-hmm. There is no failing in your class.
No.
You'll have still exams for them.
Exactly, yeah.
And share some tips. Now, when you talked about the URSB, you talked about so many things. Have they registered? How about the name? Someone comes with no idea. They don't even have a name. They've not registered anything. Can you help them start from scratch to register their companies as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how affordable is it? Yes, because people think about all those things. They're like, Baja kunonya, if I put out my kapande, now they see the name. There's also that thing, finding the name in Chengera, and then you find that same very name in Nankulabye. And then they think about registering, or doing through the entire process, and then they're like, Kat, that will take me a lot of time, and it's quite expensive. And then I'm also like touching on my capital money. That is something else. So how affordable or how easy is it?
There's something that actually it's good to go through these programs because you learn a lot. And the one thing that you learn is that people should not shy away from formalization unless you want your business to remain there at that level that you're at. But if you really want to grow, then, and if you have big dreams and aspirations for your business, then you will not fear. You're taught that these things are not something, it's not something to fear. On Saturday, we're telling women, you can do something as simple as getting a business name. You don't even have to register a company or something like that. A business name is, I think, 25,000, just to reserve your name. Like how I have my name, Sherifat Msime, at NIRA, no one else. Okay, there can be other Sherifat Msimes, but none will be born on that day. But now when you reserve and register your business name, it is your business name. No one else will come and say, I am now Sherifat Msime and Sons. If I've already registered it, Sherifat Msime and my sons, it's there for my 25K. And also another thing about formalization, big entities do not do business with people. Javas is not going to come to you, Sandra, to get packaging. It wants your company because it's a company speaking to a company. So if you think of your business, you want it at that level. You say, I want to bake a cake, for example, for UBC. UBC is not going to come and look for Sherifa. They are going to come and look for Sherifa and Sons to contract to buy my cake. So if those are the level of aspirations you have, so you say, okay, let me take this step. It's going to cost me now, but later in the future I will benefit. It is an investment. It's actually not a cost. It is an investment. Like how you're saying, I'm going to package my bizigo that I'm making very beautifully. I am also going to invest in getting a business name and registering with URA. And also many of these government entities, people tend to shy away from them, but yet they have programs for businesses to grow. URSB, URA, they have, because even them, it is in their interest for these businesses to work. They are not there to make you fail. They are there for you to succeed, because when you make more money, they also make more money. They don't want to register failures. It is not their interest. They want the government to work. They want more taxes. So they are there to support you in the process. Right now, it takes just 3 days to get a team. Registration, if you are focused and you get everything that they require from you, your national ID, all of those things, within 2 days, you can have your company registered if everything is in order. And it doesn't cost, for a company, the cost might be around 250, 350 to collect all the requirements. But begin with the basic, a business name at 25,000 and move on from there.
Good stuff. Well, Belinda, what are some of those stories that you hear from these women? Because I know they come, one will come say, we do liquid soap, another one do the shower gel. Each one has a story to tell, or at least they've chosen their path or a passion, and that is what they want to produce. What are some of those other stories that you hear from them that tend to hold them back? like Rita mentioned earlier on, they're like, we are not employed. But at the end of the day, they have something they're doing backdoor, they're into the informal sector. What are some of those stories that they share with you that you can tell and be like, okay, this is what holds women back?
Okay, so I'll share a story that was shared actually on Saturday when we did our launch. There's this lady, she is a chemist by training, yeah? So she said, how do I, she was unemployed, yeah? But she didn't let that stop her. She didn't let that hold her back. She said, I have all this knowledge of chemistry. I'm sure I can mix some things and get out a product here, but with knowledge, yeah? So she decided to begin, she makes liquid soap, but also shower gels, shampoos, but she started out by making liquid soap. And she made very, very nice liquid soap that people who would buy her liquid soap, it smelled so good that they would want to shower it. Yeah. So, but she said, okay, so she realized the need, and she said, okay, so people actually like my products and they're doing well. They would clean properly everything, but she knew that there are different substances that are not good for your body but would be perfect for cleaning a surface. So she said, okay, so now let me make a shower gel. Yeah, and she made a shower gel and people appreciated it. Very, very lovely products. We also got some for ourselves. So I think the thing is not using the knowledge that you have to start your business. Yeah, we have so much knowledge, but sometimes we think, okay, I think I need to start a restaurant. Yeah, but you can make your small foodstuffs and sell them to schools at break time. Yeah, and there'll be children that will, and then you go like that. So not allowing yourself to stop, but also realizing the need in the market. She realized that, okay, people actually need these shower gels, so she made her shower gel. After that, she made hand washing when Ebola came up. Yeah, yeah. So we, as women, we have so much to bring to the table, and we shouldn't allow maybe the inequities in society to hold us back. Yeah.
Wow, I believe I'd love to listen to such success stories come through.
Yes.
Rita, getting to you, you said you're going to empower these young women as they walk up to you. Does that also include helping them go through the structures, signing up, getting support from Zimba Women, or getting support from MasterCard itself and the high NSSF innovator? One would come not having the proper structures. Do I need to have like a board of directors? We are a group of 5 women. We need to have a board of we need to have the executive director, someone in charge of finances. Is that part of the empowerment?
Yeah, it is. And one thing I'd like to throw to our notice is that most times the structures are there, but they are not branded that this is this, this is this. In all businesses that are out there, you find there is the vision bearer. And that vision bearer has people that are supporting. Ideally, we already have our board, but we do not know that it is a what?
It's a board.
A board. So it's all about supporting these women realize and attach names to what is already in existence, and also enable them or empower them to move ahead and see how best they can reorganize themselves. Yeah.
How did you start? Because I'm sure you're an entrepreneur yourself.
Wow, interesting.
Sharifa says, I had to walk down there with my 200K, think of something and a way to start, and it has worked up for you. I know you also have stories just like any other woman out there that you're empowering as well. How did you start?
Thank you, Sandra, for that. Mine started as a need. That is the unfortunate bit of it, a need from my side, which I don't think should be the reason for one to start a business. Maybe it should, but on my side, I feel there should be more than just a need. So I realized I needed to have an extra income my way, and I had to step out and identify a challenge in the community, identify a gap, then see how best to how best to satisfy that need. I do soap making, I do bar soap, And this happened when the price of soap had shot too high. That time we were buying a bar, I think at 10, 12,000.
The basins and the buckets were affordable, but the soap itself.
I'm telling you. So I realized, I was like, no, given that I'm a mother of two, I really had to find other ways, because when you're washing, you realize a bar of soap takes not more than a week or two. So I was like, no, how do they make this soap? I went downtown, I asked, I was told how they make the soap. Which ingredients do I need? I got them. And I did not have like machines or anything, but I started manually. And I started selling out. Up to today, I still sell out, at not at large scale, but at small scale to family, close family and friends. And yeah, it's really doing well. And I've been provoked by the women we are working with, because I feel like I have not been fair enough to Rita. If these women can do this, why have I remained behind?
You want to do much better.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Okay, I want to ask about the revenue, what you reduce at the end of the year and monthly. Let me leave that for another day. Well, Belinda, your story a little bit, how you started, because I'm sure you're an entrepreneur, a whole package, to health, to ICT, and then entrepreneurship as well.
Yeah, so we need to survive in this economy. So my business story started 2021 after COVID. Yeah, so I graduated in 2020. Then lockdown happened, so no job, no income. But I really wanted to do something to contribute to myself, but also to keep me engaged and not let my brain just dull out. So I began by harnessing the gift in my mother. Yeah, my mother is so creative and she does so many things, but she doesn't know how to monetize them. So we have, she does very good gardening and very good potted plants. I said, I think we need to take this to Instagram. So we shared first by sharing the work that she had done and put it on Instagram. And before we knew it, we were getting orders for potted plants, someone to come and do my garden, you know, because someone may have the land, the compound space, but they just don't have the creativity. So I began by empowering my mother to come, let's go do. I would deliver her plans for herself. I would make for her the budget and everything. So when I saw I could do that, I said, I think I also need a business of my own. So I love nice things. So I began a business that sells throw blankets on Instagram. But I realized that I didn't want to sell thrifted items. Yeah, so I said, how can I get these items from and ship them in? So I decided to utilize ICT, because these things are there. They're online, so I would order for my blankets online and have them shipped in, and then I would post them on Instagram, and I would get market. Yeah, I would get sellers. People were at home at that time, so people would see the things, because people spent a lot of time on social media during that time. So people were active. It also surprised me that, okay, so people actually need these things. You just need to bring them to them, show them how can you put this throw blanket in your sitting room, and it looks nice. And yeah, women like nice things. Yeah.
So for Belinda, it was all about the nice things. You had to bring them closer to you and let others also share the nice things.
Yes.
Wow. And to others, it turns out to be like a need. Like a lady shared a story of the challenges she used to have when it comes to accessing the sanitary pads. Yeah. So she ended up making the pads themselves, making the pads herself. Amazing stories. Has this to do with children? Sharifa, yours is to do with children? Yes, to do with children.
I had social media and IT has really changed our lives. So I had my young baby. I was in a group of mothers called BMM, Beautiful Modern Moms. And I remember I had demand even before I bought. So someone posted asking for baby clothes. So I said, okay, I have onesies. I'm selling them at 10,000. So I actually even took a screenshot of that post and kept it. They were like, get me 2, get me 3, get me 4. So I was like, okay. So that day, I went downtown to Owino. Went, bought them, washed in the night, packaged, ironed, packaged them nicely, delivered the next day. I was like, so these things can work like this. I opened a page the next day and started. I would go downtown, the same ritual, and then, and I kid you not, I remember at the end of 2 weeks, my boot, because I was selling out of my car, was filled with clothes, because I would go and buy and come. So it
was a mobile shop.
It was a mobile shop.
You had your store.
Actually,
right
when I came, I parked at Garden City, and I wanted to post on social media and say, if they've never chased you from a parking spot for selling from there, you've not hustled in Kampala. Yeah, so that is how it really grew from there, and it grew into a shop from just going downtown, and the story from there grew to Zimba and others to where we are now. Yeah, but I really love entrepreneurship, and this is not the only program that we do, the High Innovator. We have a mentorship program running right now because we are really big on mentorship. It has changed my life, honestly. I remember meeting my mentor and the things that she was doing. She runs a company that is in 5 African countries. She's a Ugandan woman, and her revenue is in millions of dollars. And for me, that blew my mind. I had never seen anyone like that. I had seen Kenyans, I had seen Nigerians. So for me to find a Ugandan woman, and at that time we were talking, and she was casually talking about going to the bank to borrow $1 million. And I was like, this woman doesn't fear. And for me, that moved me so much. I was like, if I had met you like 5 years ago, my mind would be, you've opened up doors that I didn't think were there even. So that's why we are really big on mentorship at Zimba, getting women who are already established in business to connect with these ones who are just coming up. You have Sarah Cakes, who has baked for the president, for the Kabaka, talking to young bakers. That is, it really opens someone's mind to say, okay, I can actually have a building. It doesn't matter from baking. Like, do not limit yourself. So we run a mentorship program, and we have another program called Funzi 101, where we take businesses from ideation to growth. So we run so many programs throughout the year as Zimba Women, in addition to this that we're doing with MasterCard, NSSF, and Outbox. And we encourage all women to come out there. If you believe in your business, even if you don't believe in your business, we will believe in it for you. Because I've seen, there are many times when people have believed in Zimba more than me who actually founded it. Someone comes and they pump into you energy, and you're like, by the way, I can do this thing. Okay, let me go.
They give you a refresher course. They
give you a refresher. You're like, actually, let me go and do this thing. So you come, as we will believe in your business and push you.
Wow, beautiful. So beautiful. Well, Rita, just getting to you. Time is against us. We have a few minutes left before NASA kicks out of the studio. Maybe sharing your stories. Okay, salute to government, like earlier on mentioned, when it comes to ICT itself and creating space for the women out there. How has ICT helped you, impacted you, your posting on social media and all that? The stories you've been sharing, what have you learned all through for a young woman out there who is trying to figure it out, and they're like, what's my passion? I have my money, someone else has the knowledge. They all have different things to tap into. Maybe what you've learned all through, that this is what I've learned, I need to improve myself. Maybe ICT put me out there, and you appreciate government. I know something will come through.
Exactly. Thank you, Sandra, for that. I think before 2020, I only would use internet for Facebook and WhatsApp, gossip, but
send those emojis.
Exactly. Yeah, but ever since I met someone in 2020, my mentor, I realized internet had every detail I needed to move from being the little Rita I was 5-7 years back to a better person I am today. We realize that most of us do not know that there are opportunities out there, and this is a special, it goes out especially to the young women out there. Before you get your phone and go to Facebook to start Mama Tendo, by that time, by the way, we had Mama Tendo and it was really burning hot.
I know.
Yeah, so Before you go into such groups, they're not bad, but try to look out for things that develop you as a person. We realize that there are a lot of scholarships for entrepreneurs. I've seen very many, and I'm like, oh my God, where was I? These things have been here. I'm telling you, ladies, things are out there only waiting for you to position yourselves to be able to take them up or to participate in them. There are scholarships everywhere. Very many people are struggling with education, with, you know, how to upgrade, but they do not know that it's just on their phones. So ICT is everything you need.
There are lots of opportunities.
Yes, even if you don't have the money, as long as you can look out for the opportunities online, if you don't have capital, it is well. It will get you sorted. There is seed funding, there is these funds that come for mid companies that are somewhere. You can really tap on them as long as you are organized and you know the mission you have and your purpose in life.
Instead of sitting there and you're like, okay, age is catching up with me, I've not done this, I should be a CEO at some point in life. Belinda, please share with us.
Yeah, so for me what I would say is ICT, it opens up a world of opportunities. First of all, when you have your phone and you have internet, and we have so much liberty in our country, so you're able to access so many things apart from movies and WhatsApp, but you're able to see opportunities like Rita said, to just develop you as an entrepreneur who is just starting up your business. You just have an idea. There are people there now like Zimba, we offer mentorships. How do you go your idea from your business, from an idea to an actual business? But also ICT provides a global market. You do not limit yourself. Just because I sell in Kampala, I'm going to be able to sell in Barara, and not just stop in Barara, but also export to Kenya. Yeah? You put your goods on a bus and they'll go and they'll be delivered safely. So when you start your business, yeah, and you have a shop, explore putting your business on social media. You'll see how much more market you will get. You know, someone may not buy something online, but they'll know that, okay, so there's this shop at this mall. When I'm passing by, I have to pass by and get something for myself. Yeah, so ICT, social media, there's knowledge. There are so many women out there that are doing businesses and they're doing them big. Learn from them. Yeah.
Oh, Sharif, I'll move to you.
Yeah, I keep telling people I can't be in a place where there is no internet.
Computer engineer.
The internet has brought so many opportunities to my door. Someone actually, a friend of mine asked me, what internet are you using? It's like you have a special one that others don't see. There's opportunities for travel, for grants, for people underlook so many things, even learning. There's a course that I remember at a time that I did, it was sponsored by Google, online free. And at the end of the course, they didn't even tell us, but in the middle of the course, they told us that the top 10 who finish will be flown to San Francisco to Google's office, courtesy of Google. So I was like, now people, you see a course, you underlook it, you're like, The people who have discovered the beauty of the internet, Nigerians and Kenyans, every time I would travel to workshops, to conferences, I would find a big group of Kenyans, a big group of Nigerians, and I used to always wonder, where are my Ugandans? I really want you to utilize the internet. These resources are there, these opportunities. Just go to Google and search opportunities for Africans. Every day, at least go to that website every week. There will be something, either a photo opportunity, an essay opportunity. We have one of our operations managers. She just wrote an essay of 500 words, sent it to the World Bank in a competition, and imagine there were only, I think, 500 submissions. Her essay was really good about gender, and she won a trip to the World Bank, fully paid for, just from an essay of 500 words. So do not limit yourself. TikTok is nice, WhatsApp is nice, all of those things, but just spare 10 minutes every day to go and check and see, is there something I can apply for? Is there something? And educate yourself, see ideas. There are so many things. I remember when I was doing the baby store, I started doing something called diaper cakes. You arrange diapers to look like a cake. That wasn't my idea. I saw it online, and it was really, really, really popular. So, and now TikTok, there are so many things. You see people making, there is nothing new under the sun. There are so many things people are making out of watermelon, out of platters, things like that. So you're like, they're doing this. Dubai, let me also try here in Uganda and I see if it will work. If it doesn't work, it's okay, I've tried. Like that, keep refreshing your business, your education. Yeah, just really, there's so much opportunity for you online.
Well, amazing. We had a wonderful time. I don't want to let the ladies go, but unfortunately, our time is first spent in this place. Yes, you can find the Zimba women, just get online. Yeah. And I know you'll meet faces, Belinda, faces there, you'll find Sharifa, and you'll also get to know Rita when you visit Zimba women on site and get all the information. The wonderful ladies, brilliant, and they wish well for our fellow sister out there. Yeah, it's good to embrace ICT and what is coming to us and enjoy this space and tap into various things. Well, listening to beautiful stories from all the wonderful ladies works wonders for us. And that is what we're going to be doing as a national broadcaster each and every single morning. So join us at the hour of 10 a.m. To listen to great stories and figure out what you need to do, your passion. And what's amazing, the mothers spend most of the time with the children out there, the boys, the young boys and the young girls, nurturing them before they even get to their classes. So imagine living in a tech world and you're having such brains, nurture the young children. Great stuff. Economy itself. Super high. Your child asking me, he challenged me and telling me, Mom, do you have a YouTube channel? And I'm like, at his age, he's asking me if I have a YouTube channel. So it's good to let the children also embrace the ICT itself. My name is Sandra Kahuda. I had a wonderful time with you. Kudos to the ladies, Belinda, Rita, Sharifa, thank you for your time. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Continue empowering the young women out there, the sisters. Yes. Well, see you tomorrow, same time, same place. God bless you. Beautiful week. Enjoy.
This